Hey guys, welcome back to a new video in the Thundra Zoo. This is, I believe the 12th or 13th episode. And yeah, in the last episode I built a enclosure from the moose, but then my stuff I lost my recorded stuff, and then I lost the footage, and then I couldn't show you. I think I posted something about it, but yeah, I just built an enclosure for moose, and in this enclosure we're gonna start one of our last enclosures in the zoo. So we only have 3 animals to go, which will be the seal, the polar bear, and the penguin. And a lot of animals sadly died in the zoo. Yeah, I don't know why, but then our leopard died a while ago, our cat died again. I bought a new one. I will buy a new leopard eventually. And then we will buy a new panda in the future, so that we can finish this zoo with every animal that we want, every animal that we had at the start. And yeah, so I think it's not gonna take long till the final tour comes out of the zoo. So yeah, it's just recently been quite not boring but hard to build in this zoo, because it just got a little bit much. And yeah, privately, so not on a channel, I've built a lot in different zoos, realistic buildings. I built realistic stuff, and then in the next zoo we will eventually or hopefully use that and build a good realistic zoo. But yeah, we're still gonna finish this zoo, and today we're gonna build a dome. And my inspiration was in a zoo in the Netherlands. Ouwehands Dierenpark is the name. They have gray seals, but they don't have them in like just water, but they have them in a dome, so you can go inside of the dome. I believe it's a mesh dome or a glass dome, and then you can see them inside of the dome, which I think is pretty cool. So we're gonna build this for that zoo, but just an Arctic dome, a big one. I believe it's 6,000 square meters and 4,000 square meters water. So they're gonna have an amazing life. Next episode we're gonna finish it, then the penguins, and then the polar bears, and then the zoo will be finished. Yeah, it's been quite hard to build in a zoo, but we will finish this project, as I already said. And yeah, so here I started with the dome itself. I just used some glass, and then I took some of those wooden planks and made like a frame for the glass, and then I just copied it over to a dome structure, until it was perfectly up to the top, like this. And then I expanded it on the top to make it wider, and yeah, then I copied the whole thing, put it in a group, and then I just put it like this, so you have the full walls, and then you just copy it over, to make it as long as you want. And then in the end I'm gonna show you how I did the rounded corners, because that's not that easy, but I will show you in the end. Maybe I will put this dome on the workshop. I'm not sure how. No, not how, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it now. But maybe I'm gonna put it on the workshop when it's finished, is so that every one of you can use it. Maybe I'm gonna put just the blueprint, so just the dome without fillings, inside of on the workshop, yeah, so that you can put different or other animals in. But yeah, I mean, you could use it as a tropical dome. Maybe I'm gonna use it again in another zoo, but I use blueprints from the workshop, but not blueprints that are this big, because I want to build something myself, you know what I mean? And yeah, here I just made the rounded corners. This was quite hard, let's just say. But eventually I was able to get it done how I wanted to. And yeah, if it stops sometime for maybe like a second, my internet, I believe, was really bad yesterday when I recorded, so it lagged a little. It wasn't a zoo, because at the start it worked very well, and then throughout the episode it began to lag. Then I did the delete climbing, so disable climbing method on every area that we don't use climbing, which is basically the whole zoo except for the lynx and the snow leopard enclosure. So I did that to save some frames. It still lagged, so I believe it was my Wi-Fi, my internet. I hope it was the internet and not the game itself, because that would be pretty bad if I couldn't build the whole zoo done. Couldn't get the whole zoo done because of the lags. But yeah, I'll try my best. And here you saw me do I think that's half of the dome. And then to just do it on the other side, I just copied the whole ending of the dome, and then I moved it in place perfectly. And yeah, that's the done dome. It's pretty big, but it looks pretty nice. So yeah, if you want it on the workshop, you can write me a comment, and then I can put it on the workshop. And yeah, this is the dome. Then I started to disable climbing to save some frames, because it already there was lagging. You can see how long it took to delete every piece. But yeah, that's the entrance to the dome. Then I just snuck a path in there to make like one I don't know how to call it in English, but like one big path, straight path that goes on each side, to the left and to the right, so that you have a panorama view on the whole habitat. Then I did that, and then I started to decorate the entrance. It's nothing fancy, just simple rocks, just to decorate it a little. It doesn't look very Polaria-like now, but I will put in some ice rocks and stuff to change that. Then yeah, this is the dome. This is also the path where you can see inside. And yeah, then I tried to do some snow stones, but they were just lagging so much, so I just decided to do it on trees. And then hopefully, as I just said, in the next episode we will get less lags so that I can build it faster. I think I could have finished it already, but due to the lags I couldn't. But yeah, then I took this tree structure, copied it over just to finish off the forest, and then when you are done with this dome, you can then go on a path that I didn't build now, but eventually I will build it, maybe already through the habitat, and then you can go into the real Arctic, so then you can see the polar bears and the penguins in the real Arctic waters. Pretty cold, no plants, just rocks, ice, and maybe 2 or 3 plants, but nothing more. Then I carved out a big section for the water, because seals are aquatic. There's nothing new and they need a lot of water. So yeah, I carved out a big section of water. I left some spaces out so that the keepers can get it, and to put enrichment or sleeping spots for the seals. I changed the water, but then I had to delete it anyways. I tried to put snow inside, it didn't work. I think you can put snow under a building or inside of a building. That's pretty sad. I mean, I wanted the seals to have their natural home with snow, but maybe I just will cover the whole thing with snow rocks to make it look like there's snow. And then here, as you see, it started to lag really bad. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But again, yeah, I hope it was the internet and not the game, so that I can finish this zoo peacefully. And yeah, then I built a bridge for the keepers to get to the sleeping spots of the seals, and then there is a tunnel under the bridge so that the seals still can cross. the water. And yeah, then I covered it with a little sand to make it more beachy. I mean, it's still Arctic, but they need some sand. Yeah, I'm changing to rocks, and then just put loads of ice rocks and snow rocks all over the place so that it looks like Antarctica. Then I figured that it wasn't deep enough. It was like 1 meter 60 water depth, so I changed it, and now it's about 4 meters, so they can actually deep dive. And yeah, so yeah, then I changed the terrain up a little so that you have different levels of heights so that you can see the seals actually. Yeah, I hope this will go through as a good build. I hope it will turn out good, but yeah, I think it will turn out good. And yeah, this was the underwater tunnel. It's not for the guests because underwater tunnels are pretty hard to build in Planet Zoo. But yeah, just for the seals. Then I changed the water to tropical because this gives it a cold, icy look, I think. And then I started with the null barrier. And yeah, here, as you also can see, it really bugged. So it was really laggy in the moments where it just stops. These are the moments where it lagged. So it lagged pretty much the entire times. I was building 40 minutes, and then just as I passed for minute 40, it started to lag, and yeah, that was really annoying. But yeah, and also I'm sorry that no video dropped for like 10 days. I mean, I had a few issues. Firstly, the lags. Then I lost the footage of the last video, and I'm building a safari park right now. Not on the channel, but private, and I started to build more detailed in this park, in the safari park. So yeah, and that's also why I'm not building that much detailed in this zoo, because I want to keep that for the next zoos. So yeah, I was building a safari park. I'm building currently on it, and I put a lot of time in there. But yeah, I will try to build more on this zoo to finish it. I mean, that's the third last enclosure. Yeah. So then I put the keeper gates in to make it all look nice, make it all finished. At the moment, it doesn't look very polarish. That's because there's no snow in the zoo. I hope it will snow soon. But yeah, I don't think that the dome is this bad. It's still quite good. And yeah, then I started to disable climbing on more spaces. And yeah, I already bought a new snow leopard, I think, and a new cat. We will introduce them in the next episode. Then I searched for our wolf. That's also a problem that I want to fix. I mean, we have only one wolf, a male. I want to buy like 1 or 2 females so that they can reproduce, and that we have more wolves in this enclosure. Then I started with some ice rocks, just for the area where no seals and no keepers are going. And then I put some buffalo grass, and some small trees, 1 or 2 big trees, and then just some more grass, just to mark it as a, how do you say it, like you come from the forest and go into the final ice polar region. And then I just watched over the whole area, and yeah, that's already the episode done. Hope you liked it, and bye guys.